Well, good morning everybody. Thanks for joining me again. We are, as one would expect, back in the Lake District. I'm currently driving up Wainwright Pass, just a short distance from my destination at the moment. So the plan is we are going to go up through the Aiken plantation, up onto Lord's Seat, across to Broom Fell, and then on from there to Graystones and back down to the starting point. So I'll see you once we get to the car park and we'll go from there. So unlike quite a lot of my hikes, this one starts quite gradually. I'm just going to wind up the valley here alongside the Aiken Beck for a short while and then leave past the Aiken plantation up onto Lord's Seat. So quite a gentle climb up to the first summit. Well, gentle by last time standards anyway. So hopefully I'll make good time to start with. Sun's starting to shine through the clouds there. So hopefully we're in for a good day. Right, so coming along the path here as we turn into the valley, you can see Lord's Seat quite clearly ahead there. Broom Fell to the left. Graystones, my final destination of today, is behind us on the far side of those trees there. Yeah. Should be a nice little climb up. And this appears to be where we leave the forestry track and go off-road. Oh, and look, some kindly beavers have built a super little bridge over the beck there. Thanks, beavers. Now, if I try and climb across that, what'll probably happen is I'll fall in, and this will just become one of those embarrassing YouTube fail videos. So what I'm going to do is just go than with the stream, because it's not really that big. Yeah, I think that was a better choice. Now that could have been very nasty, but wasn't. Gav lives to fight another day, for now. Taking a salt course. Maybe your beavers have been at it again there. Well, I'm getting close to the summit of Lord's Seat now, and as I've hit the ridge line here, a fabulous view over the Solway Firth into Scotland. Wow, I love it when that happens, when you crest a ridge line and the view opens up in front of you. It's like a big reveal in a movie. Everything's just there. I've seen it all. I've seen everything. Wow. So, first Wainwright of the day, nearly in the bag. And then that'll be the highest point for today. Some fairly easy walking to Broom Fell. Some slightly harder walking up to Graystones, and then down back to the car. Well, looks like the hardest climb of the day is going to be those last few metres to the first summit. And so here we are on Lord's Seat, and it's a rather beautiful view. And of course down there, tantalisingly close is Bath, where I was last week. And yeah, I was fairly close to here last week, but decided not to. Right decision as it turned out, but yeah, bit hazy. Not stunning photography weather. Again, seems like every time I come up near the Wainwright Valley, it's warm and hazy, but hey ho, at least it's dry. Lovely view up to Grysdale Pike there. Yeah, time to get the camera out and get a few snaps, I think. And so there we are, the first Wainwright of the day, Lord's Seat, 1,811 feet above sea level. Bath there to the north of us, then onwards to Skiddaw in the distance, a much more lordly seat than this one, definitely. Down in the valley there we have Keswick. And behind us we have Grysdale Pike, Hopegill Head, the Grasmore Range. So now we head for Broom Fell, over in the distance there, and onwards to Graystones. The hike continues. So leaving the summit of Lord's Seat now, heading down and across to Broom Fell. Should be quite a reasonable, not too arduous little saunter, we hope. So I'm now at the summit of Broom Fell, 1,670 feet above sea level. I'm just looking over the beautiful Wainwright Valley, which is laid out before me there. Got a view over to Ling Fell, and of course Sail Fell, and then finally beyond that, Binsey, my first Wainwright of last year. So in front of me is a view taking in 3 of last year's Wainwrights, which, considering I only did 5, is probably quite an accomplishment. course, if you are summiting this fell, it pays to bear in mind that the ornate cairn isn't actually the Wainwright summit of the fell, as is a slight distance away off the main path. Rather sad little cairn out in the middle of nowhere, but for completionists, got to go and touch it. And so here starts the final climb to the last Wainwright of the day. Obviously, the further you get into a hike, the more the climbs feel like torture. But you know, that's life. There's not much we can do about it now. But the Forestry Commission have been doing quite a lot of tree felling here, and it looks quite grim. Old Treebeard wouldn't be very happy about it, I can tell you that. Very desolate. Lots of poorly maintained walls around here too. So it's hard to know what this bit of fence is even for. I mean, they're trying to stop us going over here? Because if they are, why then build a stile? Oh, hello. Well, it looks like my lift home's arrived. That's handy. Hopefully it's not off to rescue somebody in peril. But, on the plus side, it's not me, which is nice. And so, up we go. Well, I'm not quite sure where that wind suddenly come from, but it's certainly quite gusty there now. But nearly at the top, and given the direction the gusts are coming from, I suspect it's going to blast right into my face, but we'll find out. Right, well, I found a little nook in the lee of the wind, so I've positioned myself in here for the moment. I'm guessing the cairn that I've just been to is the Wainwright. It seems to be in the right place, given his directions in the book. And there's so many undulations here. It's hard to be entirely sure whether you're higher than everywhere else or not. But I've touched every cairn I've seen, so I'm pretty confident that I've done it at some point. We've got a lovely view from here of basically of the route that I've followed today. You can see the valley where I started. You can see the gap in the trees that I climbed up through. The path that goes up from there up to Lord's Seat. Then the ridge along to Broom Fell. And then down to Widow Hawes, where you can just see the bit of forest that's been brutalised there. So not a bad little loop. Now it's just downhill back to the car. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to hear me over this horrendous wind noise. Probably not. But what a view! Right across the Logan Vale there. Now if you continue up this path you come to Spout Horse. But I've been to Spout Horse. That way leads to the car. That's the way we're going. Of course, what I could have done was park my car down by the bridge there and started by climbing up. Yeah. Too late to think of that now, though. No, I'm doing this for a hobby. But the staircase to Kerithungo. Come on, Samwise. I'm turning back now. Huzzah! Right, ready back for Mr. Graham. Medivac thanks to Graham. Get your leg over. It's funny how seeing car puts a smile on your face, isn't it? Happy days. And so here we are, back at the car. It just occurred to me that up at on the top of Graystones, so keen was I to get into the lee of the wind, that I forgot to call out the altitude, which of course is 1,476 feet above sea level. Yeah, I am sweating now. The heat down here in the valleys is, as always, substantially higher than up on the fell tops. Whew. So there we are, 3 Wainwrights done. Not big ones, but you know, they all count as one. So Lord Seat, Broom Fell, Graystones, and now a 2-hour journey across to the northeast, where I can sense food and drink in my not too distant future. So, as always, thank you for joining me. Hopefully I'll be back out again soon, and hopefully you'll tag along for the ride again. Until then, take care. Ta-ta.